Welcome back to Anchor Designs. I'm James, and today we are going to be looking at the Triton Pocket hole jig. Let's get started. So this is a pocket hole jig. It's made by a company called Triton. They're quite well known for the woodworking stuff. I need this for typically making plywood bits and bobs. I'm working on my wood lathe at the moment, which is the previous video to this. So I bought this tool to kind of replace something pretty terrible that's meant to do the same job. So I'm yet to open this. I bought this from Amazon. It cost me about £70, and yeah, I got it for 64. It was apparently on offer, and it came next day. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this and putting it to work. So let's open it up and see what we've got. So we have, let's just jump straight into it here. Okay. I'll do some more close-ups. But, put that to the side for now. First impressions, this is really cool. Quite nice, pretty well made, anodized aluminium. We've got etch marking on the side there, which is kind of nice. It's pretty heavy. I'd say that's a few kg, 3 kg, something like that. This is nice. This looks cast, maybe aluminium, maybe steel. We have these inserts here. I'm guessing these are replaceable. Don't know, but yeah, general construction, this is pretty good. This is, I believe, I'm guessing, let's look at instructions for a vacuum attachment. So that's going to just whack onto your vacuum or your dust extractor. Whack this like here, like so. I think this adjusts, which makes sense. Okay. Tighten those back up. Adjustable for different lengths. Move this out like so, and then lock it with this nut here. Wow, that's pretty nice. Release for the corners. A few marks here. Okay, let's take a closer look at it and go through some of its features. Okay, so let's look at it a little bit closely here. So we have the guide block, which is here. I'm assuming these are replaceable. I don't think any has come in the packet. Nope, we'll get onto that in a short little while. One piece here, 2 pieces on the sides, and then this is machined into here. Like that. That's quite nice. All in all, yeah, it is pretty solid. This is a yeah, I'm quite happy paying, you know, 70 odd quid, 65 quid for this, whatever it was. So far, we haven't done the testing yet. Okay, so let's look in the bag. We've got here, I think that's a drill stop. Got some plugs. We have one of these ridiculous little tools. What we're going to use one of them. These are square screws. Okay, that can go in the bin. And we have some non-Canadian screws. Good. Okay, use those. I'll copy those and buy some more. And this is the drill piece here, which says it's made by Triton, which is quite nice. 3/8, which is good. It's got a little condom on the end. That's very handy. Wear protection. Okay. Bit of play in those. Bit of play in that. Okay, so why did I buy this? Mainly for my wood lathe that I'm building on at the moment, but I have been the owner of one of these. These are about £5. It's £5, £5 to £10 that you can typically buy these for. And you use like a quick clamp, clamp these down onto your workplace and then drill in from the sides here to effectively give you the same. I've got to be honest, this is probably the worst things I've ever bought. I don't know, from seeing this, I have a sneaking suspicion that it's a few combinations of a few things. One is that when this is just clamped on this side here with a clamp, I think there's quite a lot of vibration when the corner of the drill starts chipping away, and you get a lot of chip out, whether that's through chatter and the drill is moving. Speeds, I'm going to look in the manual, because I did read well, I watched another guy's video and he said that the worst possible finish is using a cordless drill. Well, I want to use a cordless drill, I don't want to get cables out. I bought cordless tools to use them. So from what I understand is that using this with a cordless drill, with this, isn't very good, because it's just not quick enough to extract those chips on here. So I think that's kind of where the difficulties comes with it. The fit and finish is pretty crap and terrible. It doesn't come with, I mean, that to me looks like a counterboring bit, but it's not. I think this is to break the hole first, and then this is that sharper rake angle on the corner of this drill is designed to be a bit more, well, of a typical standard wood drill. This probably looks like, with a less point on the end. So I think this is designed to more shear the wood instead of trying to generate chips as you typically would with a you know, a 118 metal drill bit. So I splashed out and bought one of these. There were no reviews on YouTube for this exact model, apart from if you're German, which I understand a little bit of German, but I only saw a German guy's. It looked really good, but as I say, the only one that I could find was some German dude that was doing it, and I thought I'd have a go at it. This isn't the typical thing that I want to do for this channel. This is a one-off. This was an investment to me, and I thought it would be a little bit of a benefit for you guys to probably see a little bit of a close-up, get some testing, you know, for a home shop, you know, something that for me, this is probably going to be used, dependent on the project, you know, maybe 4 or 5 times a year, I don't know. So if you work that out from what this has cost me, you know, this is quite an expensive tool for a home shop like me, who doesn't typically focus on making plywood parts, components. The range of the things that I typically do is machining, restorations, and hand tool woodworking, and in the middle of that is like power tool making, you know, all that kind of stuff with plywood sheets and making things and putting it on YouTube. That's kind of not my interest. And there's lots of people who use these in their videos for lots of different reasons. Why did I go for this one? Let's change view and we'll go through that. So why did I choose this one? First one is I saw the Craig one and it looked a bit plasticky, and it was more money than this, which, you know, I'm an engineer, I like things well made. So that put me off the Craig one, although that seemed to be the most purchased, probably because it's got Craig written on the side of it. The next one was Trend. I'm a big fan of Trend products, the router bits, and like the sharpening jigs that they do, the little stone fast sharp. I'm quite a fan of that. That's pretty good. But that one seemed to have a split in the middle, which allowed you to open these up and move them around. And I kind of thought, well, the less rigid that something is, the more it's going to move. And from what I can kind of tell, the only way that this is going to be moving is in that axis, up and down. There is no linear movement on there at all. So this to me seemed a better product. The amount of reviews that was on the UK Amazon wasn't very many, so I thought I'd kind of give it a shot. You know, I'm a Prime member. If it goes well, I can just get rid of it. But so far, yeah, the fit and finish of this is pretty good. This feels pretty good. Don't think it's going to mark my material. And the bulk, it says it's recommended that this be bolted down. If I'm using this, I'll probably make a station eventually when I'm in my next shop. But yeah, first impressions, I'd say I can't fault it really. These are a bit cheap. These little hand knobs on here, there's a bit of a burr. That's a bit pants. There's a bit of a sharp point on here. I'm not that bothered really. I'm clutching at straws for what I'm trying to find. The etching's pretty good. I'm going to do something pretty awful now. Okay, I'm scratching this with a Stanley knife blade, and the etching, or sorry, the anodizing is staying on there. There's a few little surface marks, but I'd say that's a pretty quality component, that is. Is this going to move? I think when that's clamped, that's not going to move. That's just movement in the thread. I'm guessing these are replaceable. If you can bend this, you can fix this fairly straightforward. I don't actually own any Triton products, so I can't I don't know what they're like to work with as a company and buy things off regularly, or if this does go wrong, I don't know what the backup and support's like. I couldn't tell you. I've bought some amazing products in the past and the customer support was pretty terrible. But at the same time, I bought some stuff that I've bought off other companies and they've been great. So my point here that I'm trying to make is that I don't know what Triton's like as a company. This is their first products that I have actually bought from them. I did buy this, there's no, tomfoolery here. This is a honest bloke in a shed review. So let's have a go and see what it's like. Set up. I've set up the jig on the table. I've just clamped it down with a quick clamp on here. Before I put this in, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check with this. I've never used one of these before. These are completely new to me. So how do you know when that's to stop? I really don't want to drill into the base here, so I'm going to put on I'm going to put this on, and I'll probably keep this set up as best I can. But if I keep it around there, I think that's going to do it. I'm not 100% sure how to adjust this to the desired. Okay. Okay, I've set it as the indication on the side. So yeah, I've set it to 18mm, which is what this is, which is 3/4 on this side. So they are nice and snug. Get an Allen key for this, and we'll get started. So I hope you can see that okay. What I probably plan on doing is I'm going to take this out after I've done this test, and when I get a chance I'll probably just get the angle grinder and just put a slight flat spot on the side here, like hole saw drills, and they've got like a flat spot, so when you tighten this down it's much more square on the actual surface of this drill. But I'll do that off camera and probably not in this video. So alright, let's just drill the hole. Okay, that is what we've got so far. It didn't go all the way through. We have still got a lot less, I will say, a lot less chatter on here. Sorry, tear out I should say, not chatter. Okay, let's adjust this. Still nothing. Okay. Must be pretty close. But I think that is probably about right, because you just want to break through probably the last. Let's use their screws. I have a funny feeling that these screws are for mounting this, and we have to use the weird Canadian square head ones. So, I'd say we're probably around there. So I think this is right, actually. I think this is correct, because obviously if you drilled it the whole way through, then yeah, that's not going to work. So that has done the job. So what I'm going to very quickly do here is that's actually pretty good success, that. I'm not sure how to figure this one out here, so I've actually set this to 18mm on the side of this. I wonder if there's a set rate that you have to have. I'll be honest, I've read through the instructions. Yeah, that was a lie, but I've glanced at the instructions. 2 to 3 mil. Okay. Yeah, this gives no indication at all what height you should have this collar on. Timber thickness screw. Okay, when assembling the back bar accessories. Can you see anything? When the end of the bit is 2 to 3 mil from the base plate, which I did, tighten the depth collar using the hex key. Do not over tighten, then remove the bit from the drill guide. Set the workpiece securely against the guide block, push out the hand lever. Okay, we're not yet, alright. Let's take a look at this closer. Okay, I hope you can see that right. I'm going to put in the here. That is definitely 2 to 3 mil. What's this? This is a 2 mil Allen key. Right, that is really close. Right, back it off just a little bit. Right, get it now. It was still the same. I've not moved it at all. But it does kind of make me want to move this back down again. All right. Well, let's try the other side. I'd say that is much better actually, from moving it just up slightly. These are too long for what I want it for. Alright, yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. And if you see from the angle from here, if you were connecting that into another piece, that is spot on that. That's really cool. Alright. I'll get some different screws for this and then, yeah, I'll be back. Okay, I've got this in a mitre clamp box. I haven't got, you can get these for the Irwin, they're like 2 replaceable jaws that go on here, that's like one's a C and one's like a diamond shape, and well, they're designed for clamping corners. I haven't got one of those, and I'm just going to push that away, so that's kind of not going to work for me. But we can drive these in, these are nice and square anyway, so I'll try and do this without hitting the camera and not go through my hand. Yeah, don't judge me, I haven't got one of them long bits. Okay. That is really spot on, actually. No tear out. Ignore that one. And on here, you don't need to see me screwing this in. Look, it's nice and solid. It's done what we wanted it to do. There's a little bit of a chip out there, but I think that was probably me. I think when you're doing it, you've got to just go for it and not hold back, and not kind of try and feather it. It's a bit of a bad habit that I've got, especially drilling plywood on this plane. So all in all, I'd say it was pretty good. Let's take another look at it and see my final thoughts. Okay, what are my final thoughts? I would say it's pretty excellent. It did what I wanted it to do. In 3 months, we'll probably revisit this. You're going to see me using this on current and future videos that I'm working on. So yeah, subscribe to watch me use this jig if that's what you're into. But on a serious note, you know, from this to that, 100% miles better. There's no moving of this. I'd say that the build quality of this is superb, and I don't say that lightly at all. You know, especially with stuff like this, is you kind of think they're a bit gimmicky. Well, at least I do. But this is actually genuinely pretty good. How good the drill bit is that it's applied and how much they are to actually replace, that's probably kind of where they make the money up, let's be honest. It's the special drill bits that you get. As I say, I would change where the stop is on there. I'd change that and just grind a little bit into the drill bit. You're not going to hurt anything, you're just going to be able to secure that set screw a little bit better. I don't know how these are going to last. I'm not sure if these are hardened. I imagine they are. Yeah, they're really hard. That's good. Anodizing is good. What would I change? The only improvement I'd make, which of course any improvements are probably going to make it cost more money, is would probably have like a little tab on here. Whether that'll be a hindrance or not, I think it would be quite nice to have a side stop. So it's just like, I don't know, something that you'd be able to have on here and then just rock down. There's no reason why I couldn't do that myself. But, you know, they've thought of everything, in my opinion. You know, you've got this to put a vacuum on, which I probably will end up doing. How this connects to my vacuum, I need to have a look. Probably get a bit of a silicone hose to adapt it if need be. This works fine. The tension is fine. Repeatable, absolutely fine. The quality of it is, as say, superb. For the little bit that we've just done, you know, massive improvement on this. So, is it worth your money? I don't know where it's made. Does it say? Made in the PRC. Right, okay. Well done to your PRC, the Public of, what is it, China? Something China, isn't it? And it was designed in Europe. Okay. Well, yeah, I'd say it was pretty good. If you were to try and make one of these yourself, you know, it costs a damn sight more. So I think for 65 quid, yeah, I think I'm happy to pay for it if those results are consistent. So we'll take a look at this in a few months' time, and yeah, all in all, I'd say that this, yeah, pretty good. I don't know, 8 out of 10. That's really, you can't give it a 10 out of 10, can you? makes me sound like it's not honest then. 8 out of 10, spot on. A few little things I'd change, but only the little tabs. Maybe make these longer. That's another thing. I might make those longer if it was me. But the thing with making that longer... Oh, they are actually pretty long. Oh, okay. I thought they were quite a bit shorter. That's me not... Yeah, so you compare that one and that one. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty spot on, really. Are these hard? Not as hard. Oh yeah, that is definitely not hard. But that's why that is £5, £6, and this is, you know, 84. I'll be interested to see if you can replace these. I'm sure you can, and maybe get some different sizes, because these are the only ones that came with it. Yeah, and for England, I won't be using these square drive ones. I don't know if other people in Europe use these, but I mean, we're using torque heads are quite common now, but I don't really see square heads. I might just put square. I'll save these to annoy somebody with them. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Might be nice if it came in a box or something to keep away with, but yeah, pretty good. So that's going to be a wrap for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This was my first review on any product. A little bit different. Never really thought I'd be doing this. Only reason I did it is that I couldn't find another one that was in English. So if I did all right, if you liked the video, if you needed to know what you came here for, give me a like, give me a comment. Check out my other videos. They're a little bit different from this format. But the channel's slowly growing, and I'm going to give you probably a video every week of something a little bit different. I'll take requests. So yeah, if you need to see any more, ask me any questions or any more close-up photos, just send me a message. Thank you. Cheers.